Squid Squad!
Hi, my name is Ellie, host of the Squid Squad, and I will be asking my alters questions about how they feel about me as host and how they feel to people asking them things that they should be asking me. Well, people referring to them as if it were me. So, first question. Who are you and how old are you? I am Ellie. I am 22 years old, gonna be 23 this year. It is 2020. And I'll be 23 in September. My name is Kirsty. I am 19 years old.
I am Bo. I am 32 years old and I am married to Kirsty.
Hello. I am Lucy and I am currently 17 years old. I go between 15 to 17. I might go older, I might go younger. We haven't figured that out yet. I personally haven't when I'm fronting or in the body. Last age I remember being before I was 15 was 12, so yeah. Question 2. How do you feel about answering to the name Ellie? I answer to the name Ellie. It's another name that will piss me off if you call me by it. But, because I'm the host, I like being called Ellie. It's my name. I don't mind answering to the name Ellie. Most people don't actually know that we are switched out. They just think that Ellie's in a really good mood. No, it is me.
Please, if you hear my voice, and it sounds like a man's voice, do not call me Ellie. If I am clearly out, with a bulgy, and clearly trying to flatten my chest, and have clearly done makeup to look like I have facial hair, don't call me Ellie. That's how I feel about that.
I don't like answering to Ellie. I am very new and I am not trained to answer to Ellie like everybody else is. So if you could not call me Ellie, that would be great. You can call me Lucy.
Ellie or Eli is fun.
Do you introduce yourself as yourself, or do you pretend to be Ellie? I am Ellie. So I introduce myself as myself and I never pretend to be any of my alters. I introduce myself as Ellie to strangers because, like Maddie will say later in the video, the whole stranger thing, it's just easier to wrap their head around one name rather than just slamming on 11 of them, right? So just Ellie. Or if they ask who's out and they know that I have DID, I'll tell them I'm Kirsty. So yeah.
Do I introduce myself as myself or pretend to be Ellie? I introduce myself as myself. I am Bo.
I introduce me as myself. So if anybody asks who I am, I say I'm Lucy. I have nothing to hide. I'm Lucy. Question 4. Do you mind being called Ellie? Yes. I do mind being called Ellie because that is my name, and I prefer to be called. I don't mind being called Ellie, mainly because I've done it for so long, and originally, when I came out, Ellie thought I was just her in a good mood, as everyone does, but yeah, I'm Kirsty, but, strangers can call me Ellie. I don't care.
I do definitely mind being called Ellie because I am Bo and I don't like the fact that this is a woman's body at all. I'm a man and I am Bo, call me Bo.
I do very much so mind being called Ellie. We are completely different people. Like, we may have the same body, but we're different people. So, if people could get that through their heads, that'd be great. Question 5. What is the hardest part of not being called by your name? I think the hardest part of that is the lack of respect that somebody has for your overall character. They don't see you as a person, they see you as a body. And that's it. Hardest part about not being called by my name. Nobody could call me Thirsty Kirsty, and that just makes me sad.
The hardest part about not being called by my name is that people do not recognize me as me. They only see Ellie, and that invalidates the rest of us, and that is not okay.
Well, it's hard realizing that I'm an alter in a body that's not mine. Like, my face is different, and my hair is different, everything is different, and then suddenly, just poof, you're in this body, and people just expect you to answer to Ellie rather than Lucy, as you've done your whole life, is a complete head spin. So, yeah, I don't like not being called by my name. Question 6. How's it feel when someone needs to talk to Ellie? Well, sometimes that's a little hard because there are things that I find stressful and that I cannot deal with at that moment. And when someone calls me back out, when I am inside for a reason, that is really hard on my mental health and what I need at the moment. When someone needs to talk to Ellie, I mean, typically I switch up pretty fast, so they need to talk to Ellie, they just talk to Ellie. Nothing to do with me.
I'll try my best to switch out, or you can tell me what you need to tell her and I'll tell her.
Okay, talk to her. Just talk to her. Just be like, yo, Ellie. Like, just look into the deepest windows of my soul and hope she's in the living room and say, yo, Ellie. Question 7. If it came down to it, would you mind being the host? I am the host. Although, whether I will stay the host or not in the future is a question because we never know what might happen. I don't know what kind of trauma, what might happen, and if I can deal with it. I know people who have fused because they couldn't deal with the trauma or stress that they were going through being the host and living everyday life. I know people who have just gone dormant because of the same reason. Or people that have split because of that reason as well. So, whether I will remain the host or not remains in question. I hope so, because that's my job and that's all I know. Plus, what might happen to the Foxy Lizard business? Shameless self-advertisement. If it came down to it, would I mind being the host? I would mind being the host because I feel like that would overwhelm a lot of people. Like, I have a lot of energy. I'm just ramped up and ready to go. So, just like, that's probably not a thing that should, be a thing. I should not be host. Especially since with this body, I can't take all of my energy. Will pass out if I'm out too long. So, there's a fun fact.
If it comes down to it, would I mind being the host? I would not like to be the host. Mainly because no matter how many times I come out, no matter how many times I iterate that my name is Bo, people will keep calling me ma'am. They will keep calling me Ellie. I come out for what I'm needed for and I go back in. Sometimes I come out to hang out with our boyfriend. And that's about it.
If it came down to it and I had to be the host, I would. Mainly because I feel like I know everything that has happened to everyone else in the past. So I have that knowledge so nobody would be like, hey, do you remember this? And I'd be like the others and be like, no, I don't remember that. It must have been one of the others. Yeah, I have all the memories. So, even the bad ones, although they don't affect me because they're not my memories. They're just something that I watched on a TV, pretty much. But as for being the host, I could manage it, although I would have somebody else do the working part. I don't want to work. I'm not interested in people just yelling at me for no freaking reason. Question 8. Would you rather clone Ellie's body to make it your own, have your own body, or stay an alter? I'd say have my own body. What I mean by that is, this is my cat Penny, by the way, is this body is faulty and I'd like a chance to live a normal life. So, yeah, I would have another body of my own. One that's not overrun by stress. I would have my own body. Sorry, Ellie, but I'm sure Bo will agree. I want to have my own body so I could have a life with Bo that I can't have while I'm in this body. We want children. We want to have a family and a place of our own. Of course, we would still want the boyfriend that we have. We just want him in our relationship. Because I guess I'm kind of poly now? I don't know. But yeah, I would want a body of my own.
I would have my own body. I'm sure Kirsty has told you already, as this was her outfit. The shirt's Lucy's, but this is the outfit Kirsty chose to wear. I came out right after Kirsty did. And then Lucy came out after me. Yeah. So Kirsty and I are married, as you know, and we want to start a family, but we can't do that in the body's head. I don't want to call it Ellie's head because Ellie is trying to come to terms with the fact that she is also an alter too. She has accepted it, but she still considers this her body, which I don't care. This is her body. Yeah, basically I want to have a life and a family of my own. I want to have multiple partners like I do in the inner world, but I cannot do that because Ellie and the others are monogamous. And that's...
I would have my own body. I was used to having my own body, and now I don't, and it's frustrating, but I deal with it because this is my new life. I mean, I'm not mad, but I am very much so miffed that I was taken away from the very, very good life that I had and put into this body that hurts all the time, that passes out, that loses limbs, like not literally, but just you can't move your limbs. I do want my boyfriend as a boyfriend. So, yeah, but that wouldn't be a thing because he's over 20 and I am 17 right now. So, yeah, I would want my own body.
My own body.
And that's all the questions. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to copy it, that's completely okay. Yeah, just, it's Squid Squad Collective on Instagram. I might put a link down below to my Instagram. So, if you want to inbox me for the questions, if I have not inboxed you, then go ahead and make it your own. Or, just replace the name Ellie with yours. I don't care what you do with it. Just, I want to kind of see what happens with this, if anything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.